Okay. Well, I guess this is what I am doing tonight. It's been a long time since I've played this game on stream, but you know, it's kind of like the chillest game I could think of. Well, it's not chill, but it's a game that I can probably play without thinking too much. And I kind of need that right now, so. Because life's been a hell of a mess. Been working too much. When I'm not working, I'm doing this. I feel like it's a weird feeling. It's like when I'm not doing this, I feel like I should be doing this, you know? Because my goal. It's weird. My goal is. My goal is that I don't really have a set goal. I suppose. Like, sure, I would love to do this instead of having to go work 12 goddamn hours a day. But there's that feeling of like, oh well, I kind of like the people I work with, you know? I like the people I work with, but I hate the work. And I'm fairly certain nothing makes any sense because I am drunk, as usual. But anyway, like, that's the thing I should ask. Like, okay, do I want to keep the job I have or do I want to get a new job? I don't get paid a lot. I get paid above minimum wage, but I don't get paid a lot, and I definitely do not get paid enough for what I do. I am basically a glorified babysitter. I work at a grocery store. I am a manager of sorts. But I feel like I have to put up with so much crap. I died. But I feel like I have to put up with so much crap. And for only getting paid 1280, which I know seems like a lot. Seems like a lot to me, but it's not. I ugh. English is hard. But anyway, I feel like I need to get a different job. But do I want to get a different job? 'Cause that's the hard thing. It's like, okay, what job am I gonna get if I don't get this? If I'm not gonna continue working at the job I have now? Like, what can I do? There's not really much I could do, you know? I tried so many times. I mean, I applied so many times to like art stores and stuff. Oh God, I applied so many times to art stores and they never reply, let alone hire me, let alone interview me. And it's like, okay, well, that's the one thing I really like to do. I like to draw. I like to do art in many different media. But no one wants to, give me an interview or anything. So I settled for a grocery store that I really do not like. One of the greediest grocery stores, I might add. So it's like, I don't feel like a human being. And why did I do that? And I just feel like as a human, my life is kind of just going nowhere, you know? I'm not old. I feel old. My body feels fucking ancient. I'm, what, 22? But every day I come home waddling because I'm standing on my feet for 8 hours a day, getting only one break because I don't really have time to go on break. I have to deal with other people's breaks, you know? And I'm the one in charge, so if I go on break, I kind of have to just leave the customer service desk empty, and that causes a whole lot of problems. Because then you have people waiting and complaining that, oh, the desk was closed. It's like, okay, well, I'm a person. I need a break. Like just the other day, the assistant store manager came up. It was like, hey, the desk is closed. There are people waiting to like cash the lottery or whatever. And it's like, dude, I've been here for 4 hours and I've had a break. They can fucking wait. And he was like, well, what are you gonna do? And I was like, I'm gonna finish my break. That's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm sorry, you're not just gonna come waddling up here and tell me that I need to go help people when I'm on break. Like, what the fuck kind of deal is that? And after I told him that, he just like waddled back downstairs, and it's like, dude. Like, what was the point of coming up here? Just so you can tell me to go work some more? When I'm the only one who decided to show up today? It's things like that where it's like, well, I guess I'm not really appreciated as a human. I'm just like expected to work and work and work and not get time to myself. But it's the people who are not in charge that I kind of am fond of. I'm really not good at playing this right now. But as I said, people who are not in charge that I'm fond of, they make they make working a little bit easier. And it's stuff like that, I guess, that I'm going to miss if I decide to get a new job. Because then I'm just gonna have to meet new people, hope that they like me. Which, I mean, I don't know. I don't think people will be very fond of me. I'm basically using this as like a therapy session, honestly, but broke man's therapy session. I can't afford no goddamn therapist. Not in this economy. But anyway, oh goddamn. But anyway. Fucking hell. So yeah. I don't think I'm worried. I'm also kind of worried because it's like, okay, COVID. So if I quit and get a new job, what's gonna happen to me? Yeah, evil COVID, Jimmy Robot. It's like, okay, if I quit and get a new job, which I really want to do, what happens when COVID ends? You know? Because, like, my job was just, like, hiring a shit ton of people when COVID started. None of them lasted, but they're hiring a lot of people. So it's like, okay, if I quit and get a new job, am I just gonna get fired when COVID ends? Because they don't need me anymore as, like, a backup? So I'm kind of like in a limbo. It's like, okay, well, I guess I gotta keep my job even though I don't like it. And even if I decided to quit and find a new job, what job could I even have? I'm just gonna have to deal with a low-level, shitty-ass job that overworks me. I mean, hey, at least I was a manager in my experience now, so I guess I could get a better job. However, I just don't know. Like, I don't want to work at a grocery store. I don't want to work at a fast food place. Definitely not a factory. And my boyfriend works at a factory, and he hates it. He thought he would like it. It's exactly how I thought it would turn out. But luckily, he's not gonna work there for much longer. He's gonna work at a liquor store soon. A glorified liquor store, because it's not just a normal, like, corner store. It's like a place specifically dedicated to liquor and alcohol. And it's like a chain, so, I mean, it's pretty decent. I like it. That's where I go. But it's like, okay, I get a new job, then what? Because my lease is up in June and I want to move. It's like, it's like, okay, do I move to somewhere else in the city, or do I move back to my hometown? Because I have someone who lives there and said that I'm free to move in with him. But it's like, okay, do I uproot my life again to go back to a town that I don't really know anyone in other than family? And then once again, I'll have to find a job. Life's hard. Being an adult is hard. It's like, it probably wouldn't be so hard if I didn't have a shit ton of student loans. It's like, what? I went for a year and a half, and I owe like $30,000. Which is, how much do I pay a month? 240 plus 80, so like 320. Like that's, ちょっと高いね. Just a little expensive. So yeah, it's like, okay. There's just a whole lot that I don't really quite know. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I had a plan, and that fell through. So now I'm kind of just bullshitting. And I feel like I'm not doing anything. When in reality, I'm working a lot. It's like you can't say that I'm not working, that I'm like a freeloader. God damn it. Because that's what the good old boomers would say. They'd be like, oh, you're doing nothing with your life. It's like, no. I work over 40 hours a week, every week. I run, like, I'm in charge of all the cashiers and shit. And baggers. But it's not fulfilling. And as I was saying to my coworker today, I was like, I don't even feel like a boss. Like, this isn't something that I want to do. I don't want to be in charge of people. It's like I can barely be in charge of myself. I was like, if you could see my room right now, it's kind of a mess. It's like, I mean, it's partially a mess because I don't have time. Like today, I barely had time to cook myself lunch before going to work. I mean, BLTs. I was tempted to just eat nothing, to just go. That's what I've been doing all week, basically, just going. But I decided to eat. And I guess it really is a problem with America as a whole, I suppose. It's like, okay, well, you gotta work so much to pay all your bills. You don't really have you just gotta work every hour of every day. And if you're not working, then you're not being productive. If you're not being productive, then what use are you? And that kind of bleeds into your everyday life. It's like when I'm not working, I don't feel I don't really feel like I'm accomplishing anything, which technically I'm not. I'm just sitting at home. But It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like, oh, you're not working, so you're useless, you're worthless. But that's just what it is, you know? And the problem with me is that even when I am working, I feel useless. I feel like I'm doing nothing with my life, so there's got to be something out there I can do where I feel happy. Like, I'm gonna like almost happy cry here, but what was it, last week? I felt really good when I was streaming, and then, you know, like 11 or so people started watching, and I kept getting complimented, and it's like, oh my god, I feel good about myself. Something that, you know, you don't really get to feel a lot, you know? Especially at the work I'm in, where everyone's constantly belittling you, yelling at you. Making you feel like shit, you know? It's like, okay, well, I'm a human being. Barely. Not according to, as I call him, King Kroger. However, I forget where I was going. I'm kind of just rambling at this point. It's good though. Getting a little loosey-goosey, getting a little comfortable. Talking about shit. But I guess what I'm saying is, like, I'm a human being. And at work, I'm not treated like a human being. I'm treated like a robot, like an animal. And when I'm streaming, I feel a little bit more free, you know? I feel a little bit more in control. Which is funny because I'm not in control when I'm streaming. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I'm more in control when I'm at work. And I'm actually in charge of people. And I can tell them what to do. Because here it's like, I can't tell people what to do. I'm not in charge of anyone other than myself, really. Which I guess is less responsibility, so I kind of like it. I like having a little bit less responsibility. I suppose. I like being able to just chill out, open up Twitch when I feel like it. Decide, hey, today I'm gonna be talking about random shit. Because, you know, I kind of need one of these kind of days where I just talk about my own life. Don't really pay attention to anything else. Barely pay attention to the game I'm playing. Which is a good point, because I feel like when I play games, I'm like really focused on the game, and I shouldn't be. I feel like I should be focused on conversation. A conversation's hard when you're just talking to yourself. Unless you're rambling about your life, I suppose. Because, like, when I have people watching stream and talking, it's great. It's like, okay, I just feel like when I'm talking alone, by myself, to myself, it just doesn't feel right, you know? Oh god. Well, I'm dead. Oh, maybe not. So, in actuality, streaming gets easier the more people watch you. This right here, this is the hard part. So I'm just sitting here, talking to myself, getting no input, and it's odd. I know it's odd. And this is the part where you just gotta power through it, kiddo. Because when you get through this, when you get through the hard part, it'll come easier. And oh, that's really good. I suppose the same thing with life, you know? Like you just gotta get through the hard parts. When you get through the hard parts, it's kind of worth it. If you roll that way. I don't know. It's like, what am I saying? Nothing makes sense. I guess what I'm saying is I can't wait for the day where, you know, that's the thing. Because, like, what I really want from streaming is just, I guess, people to talk to, people to have fun with. That sounds pretty pathetic. It's like, oh, you're so lonely or whatever, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like meeting people around the world, different states, different cities, it's pretty cool. And I've always had this slight urge to like move out of the country, explore the world, but that's not financially viable. So it's pretty cool that I can just do that from the comfort of my own home. You know? And I wish I had people to talk to on here. I guess it's like I was thinking at work. It was like I use HelloTalk, which is an app that basically it's like Facebook kind of in a way, where you can post a bunch of stuff and see what other people post. But instead of you like picking your friends and stuff, I mean, you can do that, but it basically says, okay, what language do you know? What language do you want to know? And it basically just pairs you. Well, it sets up your timeline, quote unquote, to be full of people that are trying to learn the language that you know. So I was thinking at work, like, I really got to put more effort into this app because I want to have like a friend that speaks Japanese, because I'm just, it would make my life so much cooler. And that would kind of expedite my uh learning of Japanese, because I'm not really good at it. So I guess I could put more effort into that. That's a goal. Goals are kind of, I guess little goals like that are kind of cool. You need little goals from time to time. Because I feel like if you have giant goals, you're just gonna get disappointed in yourself. Oh, goddamn. Like, if you don't reach them right away, you're gonna feel a little disappointed. You're gonna feel like you failed. Even if you didn't. Like, I planned to go back to school because my goal was, okay, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna graduate. And that didn't happen. And so I gotta feel like shit. Because that's a multi-year long plan. Oh, god damn it. Please don't kill me. And that's a multi-year long plan. You need a plan shorter than that in life, you know? Because plans that are that long, it's just difficult to really tell where you're going. Because even a plan like that, it's like, okay, what are you gonna study? Are you actually gonna be able to do that in 4 years? Are you gonna change your mind halfway through? And that was very difficult. I mean, I was dead set on what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a microbiologist. You know, genetics, all that. I think my major was genetics, not that I really got far into it. But once I kind of got booted from school, it kind of like dawned on me, like, okay, maybe this isn't something I want to do. Maybe I actually don't like school. So I feel like I'm just having to learn a bunch of shit that I don't care about just to start learning the shit that I care about. And that's not really kosher, you know? That's not fun. Let me look. I need to see. I don't remember what that item is. well, what it does. I'm pretty sure it gives me damage up. Gives me damage up. So I guess I'll take it. Yeah. I'll take it. But anyway. It's like, I want to be able to just go and learn the things I want to learn. Don't try to make me learn about, you know, calculus and shit. I don't really care about calculus. I mean, I've done calculus quite a few times. Is that Peel? Yes. It's like, I'm not bad at calculus. I took it multiple times. Not saying that I failed it and had to retake it. What I'm saying is that I took it as a AP course. I took pre-calc, and then I took AP calc, and then I took calc 101, and then I took calc 102, and calc 102 I failed because calc 102 is the second half of AP calc, and the second half of AP calc I started off with an E because it's really hard. Which, it's actually kind of funny because we started with second semester stuff at the end of first semester. So when the second semester actually rolled around, we already had our like first test done and over with. And boy, it was not pretty. Because the second semester of AP Calc is really fucking difficult compared to the first semester. I think the second semester had to do with like 3D graphs and finding the areas of them. And it's like, bro, it's kind of difficult to work with 3D graphs when all you have is a little 2D piece of paper. I mean, it was cool though. Like, I like the ideas, it's just I didn't like doing it. It's kind of like how I don't like doing chemistry, but I love the ideas behind chemistry. Which is almost what I ended up doing in college. Because when I was signing up, there wasn't like a genetics a genetics field basically that you could click. But when I went for orientation and stuff, I changed to genetics because I saw it. And that might have been the worst mistake of my life. Not gonna lie. So I got there. I forget that I did this, but I got there and I was signed up for chemistry. Like, that was gonna be my major. But when I got there, I saw that you could be a geneticist, a microbiologist. And I was like, oh shit, that's actually what I want, because I fucking hate chemistry. And I changed it. However, turns out the actual, like, advisor, that's the word I'm looking for. The advisor for that field wasn't there. They had a substitute advisor. And so that substitute advisor told me what classes I needed to take. He didn't quite know what classes I needed to take, apparently. Because when I signed up for those classes and took them and failed them, I went back my second year and the real advisor was there and she said, "Why did you take these classes?" And I was like, "I don't know, that's just what I was told to take." um so that was probably the biggest mistake. That face. I'm just gonna cheers. Anyway. Um so like turns out so I needed to take chemistry, right? I need a basic knowledge in chemistry if I'm Oh, I forgot I had that. I need a basic knowledge in chemistry if I'm going to become a biologist. But the classes that I was signed up for regarding chemistry were not the basic classes. I was signed up for the classes that you take if you're going to become a chemist. Which is like a oh my god. Which is like a 300 class. Instead of a 100 class. And then, turns out, the second semester of calculus that I failed, turns out I didn't need it. Only needed the first one. So that was good. That was great. What else was there? So, like, my first year, I failed chemistry, both semesters of chemistry, and I failed the second semester of calculus. I believe that's all I failed. I'd say all. Also, those were the first classes I failed ever in my life. First class. Like, I was so distraught. Which didn't really help my mental state failing those classes. It's like, okay, I move out on my own. I go to a university. And then I start failing classes that cost a shit ton of money. And that I can't really afford to be failing. But here I am failing them. Oh. So it's like... So... I guess let's start at the beginning of this, where I got matched up with a random-ass roommate who didn't talk to me, and who kinda was a dick, not gonna lie. So, me and my friend invited him to go bowling, like, the first night that we were there. And he didn't accept it. He just stayed in the dorm. And we just never really did anything. We never went out to eat together. We never really talked. He kind of just sat there. So, I'm sharing a room with someone that I just don't talk to. Like, ow. And I'm like an hour away from my family and friends, quote unquote. Um, in a city that I've never been to before. It's just that really does a toll on you mentally, you know? And so that coupled with the, oh, my life is in shambles because I'm failing classes that I was told I need to do, I need to take in order to become what I want to become in life, which was false. It's just all that shit combined. Kind of just fucks with you. So, second semester, okay, so there was a room open on the same floor that I was living on. There was a room open. So I kind of just moved into that room, a single room, by myself. My friend Bria ended up like basically staying with me for like a week at a time because there was 2 beds in that room. And it was great. However, I just didn't really go to class because this is when I failed um my first semester of chemistry. So like I just did not feel like getting up and going to class anymore. I felt like shit. And didn't help that like I was by myself basically. Like, okay, who's gonna judge me? My roommate's not gonna judge me because I don't have a roommate. My roommate's not gonna be like, okay, why is this guy always in the dorm? Does he not go to class? So I kind of just laid there, and my Japanese teacher was kind of worried about me because I had the same teacher for first and second semester. And she was like, you used to come to class every day. Like, every single day. What's going on? Because I just wouldn't go to her class for like a week at a time. So it's like having these expectations, I suppose, of like, yeah, I gotta be perfect. You know, I got straight A's in high school. And then I go to college and fail a class instantly. It's just... I think people need to know that, hey, you're not perfect. You're not gonna be perfect. You're gonna... It's okay to fail a class every now and then. You know? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to talk about. God damn it. um. I just... How do you deal with feeling disappointed in yourself? This is like a really edgy, downer kind of dream, I suppose, but... You know, sometimes you just gotta let things out. I think it's more unhealthy to just to just walk around acting like everything's a-okay. And I feel that like at work I'm 100%. I'm just like, yeah, it's a shit day. Customers will ask me how I'm doing and I'm just like, I'm okay. It's been better. I'm honest. Which is also something that people need to do more. People need to be honest with themselves and with others. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing really okay. And we as a society need to just be like, okay, yep, that's a thing that happens. You're not always going to be happy. But people feel like they need to be okay. They need to be good. It's like, what are you going to do when someone says that they're not okay? How are you doing today? Oh, I'm pretty shit. What are you gonna... What are you gonna say to that? There's not really anything you can say. I guess you can be like, oh, why is that? Or, oh, I hope it gets better. Or whatever. But I just feel like saying that you're always good is a lie, and it kind of is bad. It's a bad thing to do. Because then it makes people think that if I'm not good, then I'm a burden. Or I'm weird. The ramblings of a madman. Is this down to earth, or is this just weird? A little bit of both, I suppose. I need a key, that's what I need. Kagewa Hitsuyo ga aru? Is it Kagewa? Kagega? Kage-ni? Kagewa Hitsuyo ga aru. I think. I don't remember. That's also like the only thing that I've kind of carried over from college is my Japanese. Barely. But that's like the only thing that I've really been keeping up on. Oh, God damn it. And I like it. I've always been slightly fascinated. I've always been fascinated with languages, period. And in middle school, I was really interested in Japanese. Not that I really learned it properly. I was kind of just bullshitting it because I didn't have the right. Ooh, that's pretty good. Is that Luvitico or whatever the fuck? Anyway. I was kind of bullshitting it because I don't really know how to. I didn't have the materials to learn it. So, when I got into high school, I learned Latin, barely. Latin's really difficult. I do not recommend. And then when I went into college, I took Japanese, and I really liked it. Caught up really fast. Because I already kind of knew some shit. But even though I'm not in college anymore, I still have the books that I occasionally look at, and I have the drive to want to learn it. It's just now I don't have the structure anymore, and that's the problem. Because with the language, for me at least, I need to have the structure to learn it. I need to have the drive, and I need to have the structure. Latin, I had the structure, but not really the drive. For Japanese, I had both. So I was doing really well. But, you know, that changes when you get kicked out of college. Oh yeah, that's another weird thing. It's like, okay, my GPA wasn't good. My GPA was, like, really, really, really bad. However, it tanked. But then, at the beginning of my second year, they're like, okay, you need to get to this GPA, otherwise you're getting kicked out. I didn't get to that GPA, obviously. However, my GPA went up. It went up. I didn't fail a single class that year. It went up. And I passed my chemistry class. Like, which my chemistry class was a 101 redo of that 300 class. That overrid my grade for the 300 class, basically. So it replaced the GPA instead of being added on to that GPA. So like they could see that, hey, I was doing better. I passed the class. I passed all my classes. My GPA went up. So the academic probation, you would think, would just be like, okay, well, he's improving. He's going to his classes. He's taking it pretty seriously. But no. It's like, okay, you didn't meet that requirement. Well, tough. Even if by the end of the year I would have made that requirement, they're just like, no. So then I get kicked out, and I know I'm kicked out. Like, I know right away that I'm kicked out. And I go home for winter break. And you have to figure, and then I have to figure out, okay, well, how in the hell am I gonna tell my mom that? How am I gonna tell my family that, yeah, I'm kicked out of college? And that is an awful thing to sit at home with for a month, you know? Sad boy hours. So, you know, one day I kind of just suck it up whilst eating dinner. I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I'm telling her. And it went fine, I suppose. But it was not fun. Because kind of just like, well, you're the failure, so. Ah, god damn it. I like how they're the exact same. Um, that's like, you're the failure. You gotta pack your bags and leave. And that was so awful, like, everyone going out of their way to come and grab my shit out of my dorm. Oh, why? Oh. I just... It's rough. Suppose I'm not over it. Obviously, at this point. Um... But that was... quite a while ago. Couple years, actually. Oh, God. Yeah, it's been a couple years. It's been 2 years, a little over 2 years since that happened. Making me feel a little bit old, but I guess that. What's the moral of the story? What's the moral of getting kicked out of college? The moral is that college is stupid. uh, and that everything. No, that's a pretty sad. That's a pretty sad story. College is useless, and that you're just a number to them, and you just give them money. Um. Uh. There has to be a good moral. It put me on the path to live on my own. And become an adult. Because living with my parents drove me insane. After being in a dorm by myself for like a year, and then coming home and having to share a room with someone, and being under the rule of my parents and not being able to just go and do what I want and hang out with my friends because they all live an hour away now, it really drove me to pack up my shit and leave. Like, I basically just got a job for a few months to save up enough money to move out. That was my whole goal. It's like, okay, I need money and I'm gonna move. That's it. That's all. But then that led to an awful decision again. Oh god, I have so many bad decisions in life. Don't be me. Found someone on a website, on Tinder. My friends said that they knew him and that he was alright. They didn't really know him though. And so I decided to move in with him. That bomb looks really weird. And so, move in with this guy. And instantly I realize it's a mistake. Because when we both go and like sign all the paperwork and stuff, I get there and basically they're telling me that it isn't gonna work. Because they do not like that guy that I'm moving in with at all. And this is before I actually like met him in person, which is awful, but we lived 2 hours away from each other. So it was kind of difficult because I didn't have a license. But anyway, so out of some convincing, they're like, okay, fine. God damn it. And so we get the place, but then not even a day after, it was the same fucking night that we moved in. We were drinking, having a decent time, but then he lost his phone. What's that do? He lost his phone and got mad because he lost his phone. So he ended up running around the house and breaking shit, trying to find his phone. So when I went to bed crying. I locked the door and went to bed crying. But when English, when I woke up in the morning, I saw that the hallway closet door was broken, completely off. And then my TV in the living room had a big scratch on it. So, Yeah, that was an awful first night. So, it basically went like that for a year. Until I moved into this place with the friends that I met online before I even went to college. So, moral of the story, don't move in with someone you barely know. And I knew that too. I was like, I'm not going on Craigslist and shit. I'm not gonna go try to find a random ass roommate. But I did anyway. Just because I thought that my friends knew him. Turns out he threw up at a convention and passed out on a bed. Should have been a bad sign. Wish they would have told me that. Because I wouldn't have moved in with them if I knew that. But whatever. Trying to think. What can I... I don't really know what to say. I suppose maybe I can possibly talk about hobbies. Hobbies, yes. Fuck hobbies. Lord. So this is the dilemma. Going back to work. I want to stream more. And I want to draw more. And I want to write. Also just play video games, but whatever. That's kind of impossible though. Like when I work 8 hours a day from like 3 to 11 every day, I don't really get time for myself. It's like, yes, I could stream and do shit. Ah, my finger itches. Really weird place to itch, like just the middle of a finger. But anyway, it's like this is the only time I can stream. Is in the middle of the night. Because Gil comes home at like 3. At the earliest, 3. At the latest, 6. So, that means he's going to be sleeping until 11 till like 1 or 2. And if I go to work at 3, that leaves no time to stream during the day. And I'm not just going to wake him up and be like, okay, get out of the room. I want to stream. That ain't going to work, boo-boo. And so I have to stream when he's at work. And that sucks. That really sucks. And because I'm streaming when he's at work, I'm basically on the same schedule as him. At that point. Like, I stream until he gets home, basically, and then I go to sleep, and then we wake up at, like, 1. I barely have time to cook, and then I go to work. So, I don't know. I suppose in, like, a couple weeks when he works at a different place, our schedules will be pretty much synced up, which will be nice, so I won't have to stream in the middle of the night anymore. However, I will feel bad telling him to get out of the fucking room. Go sit in the living room. You're not allowed in the bedroom anymore. Which is... which is kind of a reason why I want a 2-bedroom when I move. Because I want to be able to have one room to be the computer room / streaming room / VR room / whatever you want to call it. It will be very expensive, but it'll be worth it to have a 2-bed. And I'd use it a lot. Because I don't like... because if we get a 1-bed, then it's either I put my computer in the living room or I put my computer in the bedroom. And both have their downsides. It's either I can't stream when he's asleep, or I can't stream when he's awake because he's out in the living room. Where the giant ass TV is and all the consoles are. So kind of just difficult to win in that situation. But I'm thinking I'm just gonna settle on a 1-bed. Because a 1-bed would be easier. Would be cheaper. I don't know. I've been looking at a townhouse. It's a really shite townhouse. Because it kind of just... what's the word? It kind of looks like a shipping container. Which isn't aesthetic. I kind of actually like it, but... It has an upstairs and a downstairs. The basement is basically nothing, but it does have a room with a washer and dryer. The ground floor has a kitchen, a living room, and a bathroom, like a half bath. And the upstairs has 2 bedrooms and a full bath. And then it has a fenced-in deck. So it's pretty cool. It's really cool. That's kind of one reason why I want to stay in this city, is so I could move into that place, but... is it worth it? Who knows? The problem is I gotta figure this stuff out in a month. Like, am I gonna move? Am I gonna switch jobs? Am I gonna do... well... the switch jobs things I don't gotta figure out in a month. The am I gonna move thing I'm gonna have to figure out in a month. Because if I'm gonna move, then I have to decide if I'm gonna switch jobs. Because if I don't switch jobs... Well, if I don't move, then I don't have to switch jobs. But if I do move, then I have to switch jobs. So... yeah. I need an adult in my life. Like, I need an adult to give me advice. There are times that I'm just like, maybe I should quit and try to make something out of my life. Because if I quit, then I'll have the time, but I won't have the money. It's like, what was it? If I quit, I would be able to survive for like 3 months without income. Which, pretty cool. But it would not be the most fun having to live like that. It's tempting though. It's tempting to just quit and make do with what I have. I feel like my life would be a little bit easier if I didn't owe money for buying a car. However, buying a car is what made me make more money, because now I'm able to work whenever instead of having to rely on a bus schedule. And I'm able to go to work way quicker. So I kind of have like 40 minutes more free time. I don't have to leave for work until like 2:40. So it only takes like 7 minutes to get to work. So yeah. The car is a blessing and a curse. More bills to pay, but also more money. And freedom. Who knows? If I went... The only reason I got the car in the first place is because of dang COVID. I guess COVID's good in that regard. It gave me a stimulus check, and it gave me a couple extra dollars an hour for like a month. Goddamn work. But yeah. So with that money, I was able to save up and get a car. I would outright pay off the car right now if I could. Because I have like a third of the money to outright pay it off. And I wish I had the full thing. I would do it. Fucking hell. Um, Ooh, stapler. Um, it's tempting to drop that money onto the loan, but it's not really worth it. My God, that's really bad. Um, it's not really worth paying like a big chunk of it because it's not gonna lower my payments, as far as I know. I'm still gonna have to pay that big amount of money every month. Because if I could throw that money at my loan, and if it would lower my payments from like 200 to 100 or something like that, then I would do it in a heartbeat. But because it doesn't, then it's not really worth it. Because then I won't have rainy day money and my payments will still be the same. Feels weird. I feel like a narcissist. Ooh. I haven't had that in a long time. You know, it feels like I'm a narcissist just talking about myself. Talking about life. What you gonna do, though? What you gonna do? You know, I can't wait until the 6th of May. Because that is when I get... Fucking hell. That is when I get my second shot. And hopefully... I'll be one step closer to having a decent life again. It sucks. Like, I really, really, really wanted to go bowling on my 21st birthday. But my birthday was on a Saturday. So it was weird. So it was on a Saturday, so there was like an hour-long wait. I was like, fuck that. So I didn't go bowling. And then never really had time to go bowling after that. So... I just never went, and then COVID's became a thing. And so I just haven't been. I've been having a hankering for bowling for over a year now. It's like a year and a half now, and I haven't been. Just really want to go. Want to go bowling, goddammit. So I think that's going to be like the first thing I do. Is go bowling. It'll hurt my arm, but it'll be worth it. Fucking hell, I'm so bad at this game. Like, I bet everyone has just a set of things they want to do when all this is over. Like, there's gotta be, for everyone, a set of things. Like, yawn. In September, when I have my vacation from work, I want to go to Mackinac. And I want to go to Cedar Point. Places that I have not been since at least 2016. And I've only been to once each. So that's a plan. And I feel, I hope, that everything will be back to normal by summer. Because right now we're at like, what, 200,000 last time I checked vaccinations, and the population is only 365 or some bullshit. So we're like more than halfway. And we don't need to be 100% vaccinated in order to open everything back up. Just a big chunk needs to be vaccinated. So, by summer, give it another month, maybe 2, and everything should be back to normal, I suppose. At least that's the plan. Why am I being dumb? There we go. God damn it. Easy boss when you actually have damage. When you don't have damage, this boss is a pain in the ass. Because he just keeps spawning more and more flies. And you can't kill him quick enough. They also get in the way. I'm focusing a little bit too hard on this. Oh well. Nope, nope. Ooh. I don't think I should be focusing this hard. Fuck. Fuck. Oh. Damn. You know, I give up. I'm just gonna do this to make my life easier. I'm at minus 67. Fucking hell. Ooh. Good luck already. Holy shit. Steam sale. Everything's half off. Anyway. What's going on in life? I guess good news in terms of work is that I'm kind of training a replacement in a couple days. Finally. Actually, it'll make my life easier. Having someone that'll be able to do my job. Just in case I call in. Or quit. No, I've been told that I'm a good trainer. At least I was told that at my first job. Who knows how true that is. Oh yeah, weird thing. The manager of the first job I worked at quit and took the fucking desk with her. Just the whole fucking desk. It was very strange. It was also weird that, you know, a bunch of 16-year-olds were counting tills and putting them in safes. Me. Bit weird. But whatever. It was also strange that the whole business kind of relied on a bunch of teenagers working for below minimum wage. And it was strange because the owner never showed her face until the manager quit. Because there was only one manager. And she was also like the only one who was above 18. It was a bit weird. Because never saw her until the manager quit. And then all of a sudden she reared her head and didn't really like her much. Not gonna lie. She was not the best. Her husband owned a basketball team of the college nearby. And she owned the business that I worked at. And they were just rich fucks. Cause they had a couple jet skis. Probably lived on a lake. You know, had a couple stores. And yet all your workers are minors that you're basically exploiting for money, for profit. So it was a bit weird. Seems a bit sketch, but whatever. You do you, boo. Also a bit weird, because when shit was hitting the fan, she just decided to sell the place. And that was not fun. Having to deal with a whole new owner who was a clean freak, mind you. Because the reason I got fired from that job was because the place was not clean enough. To be specific, the floor was not clean enough. The floor of a kiosk in a mall in the shape of a horseshoe, where the door to get into the kiosk is on one end of the horseshoe and everyone's clothes is on the other end of the horseshoe, like everyone's aprons and stuff, and the clock out is in the middle of the horseshoe. So if you go and mop the floor and go put it in the back room of the mall, and then you go and grab your clothes, which means you have to walk through the whole kiosk to get your clothes, and then walk to the punch clock, which is in the middle of it, and then walk out, you're gonna leave footprints. And that is why I got fired, because there were footprints. It's like, lady, what do you want me to do? I'm not gonna clock out and then mop the floor. Sorry. That ain't happening. Suck a dick. Ow. It's like I'm barely getting paid enough. I might as well just get paid for all the work I'm doing. I'm not gonna clock out and not get paid for it. But yeah, that really sucked, because the day I got fired, I think I Ubered to work. It's like I Uber to work, pay a shit ton of money, and then I go in and get fired and have to Uber home. It's like, god damn. That's weird. Almost all my jobs have been in very, very dysfunctional places. Like that job, and then my job at a grocery store. I worked in the produce department, and there was no manager on duty, like, ever. We didn't have one. And I would work alone a lot of the times. Which, working a produce department all alone in a big grocery store is a little bit too much for one person to handle. Actually, I quit that job. Um, I I was getting told by a coworker to do a bunch of stuff because the manager said so. Like the nighttime, I mean the like morning manager slash nighttime manager said to do this, but I was never told directly, and I was told this stuff every day, and I was being told to do stuff more than what I actually like had to do. What I mean to say is the responsibilities were more than what I actually was responsible for. And so one day I was told actually on my mom's birthday, I was told, hey, he wants you to do this, yada yada yada. And I just straight up went up to her and I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of your and his bullshit. So, yeah, I quit. And that's literally what I said. I'm sick of yours and I'm sick of your bullshit and I'm sick of his. So I quit. And then I uh went to the Subway in the grocery store, sat there, and just ate Subway after walking off my job. It was pretty cool. I just sat there talking to the Subway guy because I ate Subway like every day. So me and the Subway guy were kind of a little bit close. Um, like to the point where he actually knew my order. I would just walk up there and he would just start making it for me. Um, he was also friends with the chick that I said I'm sick of your bullshit to. So that's a thing. But he that chick is kind of like people are friends with her, but they know her problems. Like they know she can be bossy and try to like pawn off her work to other people. Because like she's been there for years, you would think she would be the one to be given these responsibilities, not me, someone who's just only been there a year. Not even a year because I only worked during the summer. So it was a year, but you know, technically only a couple months. So so yeah. That was a pretty dysfunctional place. It was really nice though, cuz like some days would be really really slow. So I wouldn't have to stock as much, which basically on a normal day I'd have to constantly be stocking everything. Like never having a time to relax. Um but on a slow day, it was pretty nice. Cuz I would just go and sit in the bakery and help out in the bakery. Talk to cause the bakery always had two people or more, which must be nice because my department only had one. Always. Um but yeah, I would just go and make cookies and stuff and it'd be nice. And I kind of miss that. I kind of miss just being able to relax a little bit. Because my job right now, I can't really do that. My third job is where that really stopped. Because my third job, you could not relax. You had to constantly be doing something. And now that's kind of the same with this job. But whatever. It is what it is. Hmm. Oh. That's not what I wanted. I feel like I'm kind of running out of stuff to say. I wanted, like, these deep conversations today. But don't know. I guess I just ran out. I mean, I have been talking for, oh god, almost 2 hours. So I guess I had a decent amount to say. I suppose. I think this is the run, though. Like, see, I'm not bad at this game. It's just that the Lost is so difficult. To the point where it makes me think I'm bad at the game. Because I never win. And you know what? That's a metaphor for life, actually. Maybe you're not bad at life. Maybe you were just given a poor starting position. You know, some people are Azazel. Some people are the Lost. That's a pretty apt comparison, actually. I like that. Oh, I forgot what this urn does. Huh. I don't remember what the urn does. I guess I won't really know until I kill something, right? I think it's like that fire or whatever. Let's see. What's in here? Ooh. That's really good. Not so good. Okay. Oh, yep. It is the little flame thing. Because all these little blue orbs are giving me... damn. It's not really useful, though. Like, why have the flame when I can just use my laser? Oh well. Yeah, I don't think there's a way I'm gonna lose. Like, I have so much health, I do so much damage. Azazel's just easy mode. Ooh. Sure. I don't really care. Damn. Oh well. I still have another floor. I forgot about that. I need to get that ham shank so I can get even more damage. Not that I need it. Basically like a vacuum at this point. Like, if I see something, it's dead. It's gone. You know what's strange? I don't feel like a boss at my work. I am, but I don't feel like it. Is that a normal feeling to have? God, it lagged. Like, yes, I'm in charge of people, but I don't feel like I'm in charge of people. I feel like one of the boys. Is that how managers feel? Like, how do you do, fellow kids? Like that kind of situation? Whoops. My God, all these hands. I guess that's a better... Whatever, I don't really care. Let's risk it. That's such a good bomb. Holy crap, my range is through the roof. My card doubles my health, right? So it'll basically heal me to full. Easy peasy. Just try to make it so he doesn't heal up. That's the big thing. I do not want this to last longer than it has to. Oh, he's already half dead. Yasashi. You know, I guess I have a goal in life right now. My goal in life is to be greedier as the Lost. That's the only goal I have right now. My long-term goal. Thanks for asking. Oh. God damn it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it only gave me 2 hearts. That's not what. Oh, I confused it with the heart, like the hearts card. Ow! Fuck. Oh, easy. Okay. Well, that was easy. And now I don't have my minus 67 streak. Yeah, I'm being greedier as everyone except the Lost. I don't know why. Well, I guess except Jacob as well, and I think there's maybe another new character. I don't remember. So, it's whatever. I guess it's 3 o'clock. It's been 2 hours. I guess it's time that I should probably like start going to bed or whatever. But yeah. What a lovely chat we've had. Not really much of a chat, more like me just talking and being weird. Depressing, I suppose. But yeah. Gonna just try to relax a little bit before going to bed. I'm gonna try to wake up tomorrow early-ish to cook. I think I'm gonna cook like chicken dumplings or something. So I might stream tomorrow before work, might not. We'll see. Anyway. Hopefully I won't be so tired. Anyway, have a good night, I suppose. Goodbye, au revoir, I'd be the same, Johnny, all that jazz. Bye bye.